Something y'all may or may not care to know about me is that I'm hard to impress. My family knows it, my friends know it, and if you spent any time with me that's worth spending, then you're at least aware of it too. I've been told that I'm too picky, unrealistic, I'm too critical, but I guess I'm just not easily impressed by mediocrity. The bare minimum, as we like to call it. For Black women, excellence has not been optional. It's been a requirement. I grew up being taught that I had to be twice as good just to be successful or to even just be considered, that I had to be strong, and that what we perceive to be negative emotions and feelings are futile and fleeting, unproductive, that I didn't have the luxury to be fragile, because fragility and softness is in fact a luxury, and that good just ain't good enough. Whatever I chose to do, I had to be great at it, to excel, to put one pinky toe in front of the other and keep it moving. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna end up teaching my kids a lot of the same things with some minor tweaks, because shout out to therapy. But a lot of those principles and concepts that I learned from shared experiences in my community, my family, or even some of my own personal life testimonies, they work for me. I mean, I'm here, aren't I? And they work for so many people who came before me, and before them, and before them, and even before them. But when something has been taught for generations, it becomes ingrained in your DNA, the very makeup of who you are. And when that said, excellence is the only way, the only choice, the only option if you want to be successful, comfortable, or free in this lifetime. You tell me, what do you think would impress a person that comes from that? And more specifically, because I have the mic today, what impresses me? Malcolm X put it quite plainly when he said that the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected person in America is the Black woman. And yet, we've been centerpieces for change and development in this country since its conception, and even before then. Black unpaid labor during slavery, literally and figuratively, built the American economy. Black women were not only seen as caretakers, and their wombs seen as avenues for economic advantage, but they were also heavy producers, doing the same work, but oftentimes undergoing the pain and inconvenience, Lord have mercy, of menstrual cycles, pregnancy, but without modern day advances or any type of medical treatment at all, for that matter. Black domestic labor in the 19th and 20th century sustained white households while funding Black families. And even today, Black women make up the highest labor force participation rate in the United States. Don't let them fool y'all. We've always worked, and we've always worked well. On top of that, Black women have been drivers of innovation and culture, but a lot of our contributions have been minimized, erased altogether, credited to other people. Take this young lady, Alice Ball, for example. She developed the first effective treatment for leprosy in 1915. Sadly, she died pretty young. She was only 24. But a university president published the work anyway, and then renamed it after himself. So it changed from the Ball method to the Dean's method. Or how about Katherine Johnson, who by hand calculated the math to get astronauts home from space. But we're just now learning her name all this time later. And GPS, for all of my directionally challenged people in here, you have Gladys West to thank for that. Thank you, Gladys, because I need it too. Don't let me stand up here and fool y'all. I get lost a lot. Our fingerprints have been on innovation for forever, but a lot of times our names just have been missing from the ledger. And when we talk about culture, we didn't just participate in it. We shifted it, named it. Dare I say, we started it. Sister Rosetta Tharpe in the 1930s, 1940s took electric guitar distortions, blended it with gospel music, out of all things, and laid the groundwork for rock and roll. Or how about Kimberly Crenshaw, who in 1989 coined the term intersectionality, that big word that we like to use that describes overlapping systems of oppression. And we don't even have to go that far back. How about Tarana Burke? In 2006, started the Me Too movement, but it wasn't popularized until 2017, when a non-Black actress used the hashtag and went viral, and a lot of people gave credit to her, but it was in fact Ms. Birkin, all the way back in 2006. The point is, we create, we originate, and it can be frustrating to watch the world repackage it. And to top it all off, Black women are responsible for helping to build a lot of the social systems that we see today as well. We've led movements, raised up entire communities, organized churches, built mutual aid systems. And while all these things are great, and I could literally stand here all day and run off a list of all the things we've had our hands in, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention how it makes me think of the strong Black woman trope that literally plagues us and takes our lives every day, that we're trying to unlearn and where it derived from. And also, I don't like to use the word but, and also, two things can be true at the same time. First off, let me just tell y'all a little something about what history does to you internally. When excellence is survival for you, your standards, they change. When your safety is dependent on you being exceptional, you don't applaud for average effort. When your grandmothers had to outperform, outwork, outlast, just to be seen as competent, you don't romanticize potential. You don't clap for the bare minimum. If they had to be twice as good to get half as far, then what makes you think I would be impressed by half effort? And I'm not arrogant, I promise. It's not arrogance. It's inheritance. Generational calibration. And we don't say this part out loud enough. Like I mentioned before, two things can be true at one time. You can be excellent and not exhausted. You can be ambitious without being well rested. It's possible. And you can build and still receive. So what does it take then? What does it take to impress me, since that's what we're talking about? Is it money? Maybe it's social status, influence, popularity. How about degrees, education level, like somebody who's smart? What about talent or athleticism? Or the best one, how you get up every day in grind mode and you work so hard and you'll just sleep when you die. Hate to break it to you, but none of the above, absolutely not. If you guessed any of those, you're wrong. I'm not impressed by exhaustion. Seen that before, 1,000 times over. I'm not impressed by dominance. History is full of that. And I'm definitely positively sure I'm not impressed by you trying to outwork me. Trust me, baby, you got it. You got it. What I'm impressed by, truly, is something that I deemed impossible for a long time. What impresses me the most, since you must know, is balance. That's it. It's balance. Ambition and emotional intelligence. Ooh. Leadership and active listening. Strength and softness. Productivity and rest. Power, but without corruption. Power without corruption. But choosing balance as a Black woman, y'all, that's revolutionary. We have a hard time with that. Women in general have a hard time with that. But it doesn't just happen by accident. It takes intentionality, y'all. We have to be intentional. First, we have to redefine what excellence actually is. What does it mean to be excellent? Well, excellence isn't exhaustion, as I just told you. It's sustainability. If you have to destroy yourself in order to maintain a certain level or type of success, you're not operating in excellence. That's survival mode. Keep that life far away from me. I don't want it. Second, we have to start viewing rest as a strategy. We have to start using it as a strategy. Rest is not a reward for finishing something. Rest is what allows us to keep building on all of the things that we've already started. The women who came before us, they were denied rest. But as soon as we start or stop viewing rest as a luxury and start treating it as infrastructure, then we'll be much better off. I promise. Just try it. And third, we have to share the weight. We have to share the weight. Because balance can't exist in a system where Black women are expected to carry everything. Communities have to support. Industries must recognize us. And partners, you must participate. You have to. You can't stand by and just wait for everything to go right. Partners must participate. And I don't like to use the word can't. I try to keep it out of my vocabulary. I feel like I can do all things. And also, it'll be extremely difficult for Black women to achieve balance alone. It's going to take the world making space and room for it. So, how do you impress a Black woman? Well, we learned today that it's not about outworking her or outperforming her or trying to outshine her. I promise there's space and room for everybody. But it's by helping to build a world in which she doesn't have to be extraordinary, just to be respected, just to be protected, just to be loved, seen, valued, heard, believed, romanced, honored, just to be cherished. So, impress me with balance. Happy Women's Century Month.